Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me, FudgeCraft, and today my friends, we are on this beautiful server which is Tropical SMP 2.0, aka the FudgeCraft server, and yeah, we're looking pretty beautiful, aren't we? And this is because I'm playing with shaders. Now I don't know if I'm going to play the whole episode with shaders or if I'm just going to do it just for this beginning part, but I wanted to show you guys just how beautiful our world actually looked with shaders. It looks beautiful because I know that some people can't really experience shaders on the server, so I thought it'd be awesome to show off what we have. I mean, in a way, I guess it's a little bit like gloating. Oh, look, my computer can handle this. Although saying that, my computer can be a big potato at times, so I'm quite surprised actually that we're doing this. Now I'm going to ask that Emma shares out the stream so that we can get the maximum amount of people here. Also, I do apologize if I've not made any videos recently. We have been away, so we are now back. Everything is back to how it usually is. We are back in our room. We've gone to watch the new film, The Suicide Squad. We can probably talk about that today, depending on who turns up, but I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, so if you're going to watch The Suicide Squad, then we're not going to be talking about that in today's stream. We'll probably talk about that in about a week's time when everybody has no excuse to have not watched it. But anyways, welcome to the stream. My boy Caution is in here saying, "Hola, how you doing?" Nice to have you here, Caution. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. And so where we left off in the last episode was we actually got our Netherite gear back because we had basically lost it due to fighting the dungeon guardians or whatever, or the underwater guardians. So after we defeated them, we had to restart pretty much with all our Netherite stuff, which is a big sad. But today we are going to have a mission, because our mission is to grind for the bosses of this place. Now, just to clarify as well, my computer is that much of a potato that although I have these beautiful shaders on, if I was to go and try and fight a boss, I can assure you my computer would probably crash. So we're not going to do bosses with shaders. Bosses with shaders would be like computer suicide, if you like, which is fitting considering, considering that we were talking about The Suicide Squad, which is a good film, by the way. I highly suggest you guys go and check that out. It will completely shock you. It will absolutely shock you. It's 10 times better than the original Suicide Squad, and it had probably one of the best writers and creators and producers that you could possibly got in James Gunn. So what else could you ask for? But anyways, I'm now endorsing DC here on the channel. Yes, that's right. I'm getting big money, mate. I'm getting big money. But Apex Acer, welcome to the stream. Awesome to have you here. Have they changed the dragon fight? It seems so much harder. So I don't know if you're on about, because obviously on PC they didn't originally have the cages and stuff all over the obsidian, but they obviously added those cages in. That was actually a console exclusive before it was originally added to PC. Now, yeah, they did kind of add those, so that did get harder, but they've not increased the amount of damage it takes to kill the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon is still very much easy. Some people just get beds. I think it's like 24 beds and you can kill the Ender Dragon. Don't know why people do it that way. It kind of ruins the objective of it being a boss. I mean, it kind of ruins the objective of actually doing anything with your swords and your bows. You might as well not have even bothered messing around enchanting them. But anyways, yeah, that's just some people, I guess. Also, rate the Suicide Squad out of 10. Right, so to rate this Suicide Squad out of 10, I would have to first rate the original Suicide Squad out of 10. So if I was to rate the original Suicide Squad out of 10, I'd probably give it about a 3. And the reason why it's so low, because I was just thinking maybe a 4, but the truth is I would give it a 3. And the reason why is because if you watch the first and original Suicide Squad, it was extremely messy. Obviously, Disney have been going through some fun times, literally questioning which direction they want to go with their cinematic universe. But anyways, I would just keep it there because it didn't they tried to introduce you to all these new characters, but it just didn't really work. So I think realistically that particular film, the first one, was a 3. But where would I put this one? Well, that is a good question. Shazam for me, for example, is probably about a 9.5, and that's because Shazam had a great story. It was about a kid who went on to be a superhero, and it was amazing. Now, if I would give that about an 8.5 or a 9.5, I think I called it, then with the Suicide Squad, I would probably, and there are a few issues with it, which I probably won't go about in this, I'll probably explain it in the future. I would probably give the Suicide Squad a good 7.5, and it seems low, but it's actually higher than the original, which is awesome. I think it could still have potential to be a 9, but until like there's a sequel of this particular one, then yeah, if it leads on into something in the future, then I will probably give it a high rating. But for me, a 7.5 seems very fair, considering that the previous film was a 3. So yeah, but it's definitely awesome. I mean, if I had to give the writing its own points system, I would give it a 10. It's miles better than the original. So yeah, but anyways, you guys didn't come here for Suicide Squad, and I know as sure as how you guys are not here for DC. You're definitely either here for Minecraft or probably Terraria, depending on when you subscribe to my channel. And talking of Terraria, I've still got to get myself around to making that Terraria stream. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, and obviously it gets really hot in the summer, which right now seems to be changing. So we're getting back to that cool weather again. So I'm probably going to get my butt onto my Xbox, load that up, and then I'm probably going to do some streams on Terraria, because I really want to do that. But anyways, I thought today would be an easy day, so we'll just get on with Tropical Survival, and we're going to go and go ahead and look for zombies, and we're just going to be grinding for a particular item. Now, if we go to the spawn, then you can see that everybody is kind of rich on the server. I mean, look at Crispies, for example. 168,000. That's just insane. That's absolutely insane. And there is a battle currently going on between Crispies and underscore Aragon. I think Aragon is literally a mobile player, right? And he is just, look how close he is to Crispies. He's going to take you over, Crispies. I don't know where you're at, bro, but you need to get on here quickly. I've also, because obviously I've been away, I've been unable to play the server, so I've noticed that a lot of people haven't been on. Although saying that, we have Wild Wolfman, an absolutely awesome legend around these parts, who is currently playing on the Prison game mode. I don't blame you; it's a really good game mode. I do want to do another stream on Prison. That actually got so much views after the tape. Like, that doesn't usually happen with my live streams. So, Prison, definitely going to happen again, because I really enjoyed doing that, and it's something I enjoyed anyway, so it doesn't really matter about the views, it's more something I enjoyed. That's something I couldn't stand about YouTubers. They do it based on views. No disrespect, I like Codename Pizza, he's an awesome YouTuber, but the other day he was talking about, you know, about how he only gets like 10,000 likes and such views for his myth-busting Mondays and stuff, and I'm thinking, well... And then he said he's not going to do it anymore because he could, like, do a live stream and get 10 times more views. And I'm thinking, well, you know, that's a good way of looking at it. But maybe you should just do the things that you enjoy. Otherwise, what's the fucking point in doing YouTube? Literally, what's the point in putting yourself through something you don't even enjoy? I always thought that he enjoyed his Myth-busting Mondays. Now, I could be wrong. Obviously, he could enjoy it. Maybe he's just doing it from a business perspective. But I don't know. If you enjoy something, regardless to the views that you're receiving, I just think that you should just carry on with it if you're enjoying it. But anyways, that's that. That's just my little daily rant for today. But we are going to be looking at potentially one of these items. Now, realistically, to start with the first boss, we would have to look for an ocean ore. Ocean orb even, whoopsies, ocean ore, I couldn't even remember the name of my own items, which are currently being dropped by the drowned. So the only way I can imagine doing that is if we can get like a bunch of zombies just to walk into water and then change to drowned and then potentially kill them that way, and then we can increase our chances at getting those. Now, to do that, it is nighttime, so we're going to get ourselves over to our house, which spawn is not our house, James. Let's just go to our actual house. Let's go to the bed. I can't actually remember where this takes me. Oh yeah, this takes me to this village. This is so beautiful. Come on, guys. You've got to admit, right? The shaders look really beautiful. They actually do. They make this place look so great. I don't know if the stream's so good because the quality does keep dipping. I do think I'm going to move over from currently what I'm using, which is normal OBS. I'm going to move over to Streamlabs OBS soon, so that I can do it that way. Now, as it is going to daytime, I don't know if I'm going to get these zombies over to the water in time. Actually, talking about that, there should be water around here. There should be some water here, which we could just make them fall into, can't we? And then we can just drown them. Come on, guys, into the water you go. Oh, no, don't hit me. Don't hit me. Just go into the water. All right, if I go in the water, will you come in the water? Maybe that'll work. Here we go. So, yeah, he's falling. Are you going to transport and change into a drowned? No, not a creeper. Come on, creeper. Really? What a terrible time to have a creeper coming towards us. Right, okay, I guess we're just going to have to go for it. We're just going to have to YOLO. Did he kill our zombies? No. Okay, zombies, come in there. Stay down there, zombie. Stay down. Stay down. And then, no, it's knocked him out with my CMO levels. Right. I'm just going to jump in here because I don't really fancy dying. And I'm going to get myself backed up into a corner. Right, no, we're going to go down. We're going to go down under the water. I don't really fancy being killed. Okay, you've got to drown now. Okay. Hopefully. You imagine if we just get this on the first one that we're doing. We'll barely be grinding. It'll be really, really useful, actually. So if we just try and drown him. Sounds really horrible to do this. But if we do that, then he should become one of those special zombies. And to be honest, I'm not sure if he's just going to turn into a... Or if he's just going to die. I wonder if can they just suffocate under the water? Or do they always, like, change to drowned if they drown? It would make sense. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, he did. Okay, cool. Let's kill him. And did we get a custom drop? Did we get anything? No, we did not. That was good thinking, though. Smart on my part by trying to do that, because I think that'll be a lot faster. Although I could be completely wrong. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a bit of a detour. And I'm going to need to eat here, because if I don't eat, then I'm going to be without life. And without life, we can't continue this adventure. So let's go ahead, get ourselves our elytra on, which we've just done. And let's go and get ourselves going with these rockets. Now, I'm thinking if we go to the ocean monument, which is in this direction, we won't actually go to the monument, because if we do that, we'll probably die to those horrible things which we like to call guardians, which I don't want to do that. So if we go and just plonk ourselves somewhere quite close, but not too close that we're going to get killed, then we could potentially find some naturally spawning drowned, potentially. Don't know if they spawn like this, but they could do. Now, admittedly, I could do with like being a little bit glidier. And yeah, these shaders are making it a little bit difficult to see under the water. And I nearly died then. Okay, would it be better if I took the shaders off? Do you guys reckon I should take the shaders off whilst just whilst looking for the drowned? Because I got to admit, I don't think I want to take these shaders off. They're so fun. But at the same time, I think it's going to be easier for me to actually find what I'm looking for without the shaders. This is one of those tasks that would have been nice if we had become the race of... what is it? We got Kuotoa. Yeah, if we became a Kuotoa, that may have made that job a little bit easier. Now, how do I do this? So, video settings, shaders. Let's just turn those off then. So, we have currently got more RAM being allocated to Minecraft. I originally only kept it at 2. I kept it at 2 and kept it at 2. I don't know why I did that. And I'm not even my orc self. I'm literally in my prison gear. Mad. But yeah, I allocated more RAM and it's making the entire thing so much more smoother. So hopefully it's a bit smoother for you guys as well on the stream. That's what I'm hoping for. If not, then big ripples to me. But yeah, do you guys have any tips on how to breathe underwater? I mean, I know that we can make water breathing potions. What sort of... Can you make a potion for night vision under the water? Because I know that I've given night vision essentially to the Kuotoa class, but I don't know if you can make the actual potion for night vision for the sea equivalent. If you do know how to do that, then please do tell me. Also, caution, if you're still here, did you go and watch the Suicide Squad, or do you plan to go and watch it? Is it on your cards? Is it one of those things that you've been thinking, I'd like to go watch it, but I'm not sure if it's going to be as good, or if it's going to be better, actually, better than the original, which I can tell you, as I already have, is miles better than the original. But bubble columns, that's a good idea. I mean, I didn't really think about that because somebody suggested it, but bubble columns would definitely be a good idea. And what the hell? What am I dying to? What was hitting me? Was I taking... I think I was suffocating. Maybe I should eat some food and I should take deep breaths, because clearly I'm not doing myself any favors. I noticed that when I look around shipwrecks, that's when I find quite a few drowned as well. So it might help if I was to go around some shipwrecks. Now, I don't know. Do you know, one of the weirdest things that I found on this server, actually, was I was just walking around, and in the side of a mountain. Who wants these? This is so pointless. What is this loot? Honestly, what is this loot? Okay. I need to breathe. But yeah, I was just going along, and literally in the side of a mountain, and I'm not kidding, probably about 30 levels or 30 blocks above the sea level, there was a shipwreck smacked right into the mountain. It's an interesting thing. It makes you wonder how they got there. And here we go. We got a drowned. Can we get it? No, we didn't get it, but we got a drowned. That's good. So with that little thing, whatever this is here, that's kind of helped us out with finding drowned, because maybe that will just keep making them kind of spawn back. If I go down here and just act as if I'm naturally playing, like, oh, I really want that golden axe and I really want that flint, and I'm just gonna leave that fire crystal because I'll probably come back for it later, that kind of thing. Maybe the game will just naturally spawn me a drowned. Come on, please do me a favor. But I don't think it's going to, so big sad. But it's okay. I need to have some food anyways and get my health back up. Now let's go and have a look and see if we can find another place. Let's just do one last check. Make sure nothing has spawned around here. And yeah, it doesn't look like anything's really spawning. So yeah, if we just let me double tap on this. Is my lighter on? Yeah, it is. Okay. And then if I do... Okay, that's not working. Usually you can get like a speed repel. Come on. No, I don't think I can really use my elytra like I was earlier. I was just coming into the ocean like it was proper mad. Going at like 150 miles per hour, just go over it. Literally in like 12 hours or something. You're watching it later, literally in 12 hours. Hey, that's pretty awesome. Caution. You're gonna have to tell me what you think. Don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil the film. I did say I'll talk about it, but like I also said, if anybody was planning to watch it, then I am not going to talk about it because I don't want to ruin it for anyone. I want you guys to be able to enjoy the film yourselves. It's a bit like when Endgame was around. You know, I remember when I bought my ticket for Endgame, it was literally like on the actual cinema ticket. This was the little message from Marvel. It was like, we know you love our films, but on the way out, can you respect others and be quiet about it and not like tell anyone or speak about it out loud? And yeah, it's one of those things I totally agree with, because you're like paying money to go and watch something. You don't want to be told what it is. And I know some people do. Some people are like, oh yeah, I really want to know. I want you to tell me now. But the thing is, if you knew what was going to happen, you wouldn't even enjoy it. What's the point in watching something that you knew? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a really good film. It's definitely a 7.5 on my scale, and that's against the original film, which was about a 3. So yeah, it's definitely worth your money, definitely worth your time. Oh, by the way, are you going to the Fortnite concert on Saturday? Fortnite concert? What Fortnite concert? That's interesting. No, I mean, I don't have any plans for anything like that. Is this going to be like a virtual concert that Fortnite are holding? Or is this a real life thing? Because if that's the way the world's going now, we're doing concerts inside of games. That's just such an interesting thing, isn't it? That is so so strange. I was actually just saying about an hour ago to Emma. I was just, because we were sat and having a conversation, and yeah, literally, I was saying we're pretty close now to going like the film Wall-E. You know, where there's this little tiny cube guy who goes around, and the humans aren't allowed to live on Earth anymore because it's apparently got no life and it's not safe. And then they obviously lose the ability to walk because they have these chairs that like take them around and they do everything for them, and they can press buttons, and if they want food, the food's brought to their chair and stuff like that. And the human race basically just becomes really, really lazy, becomes really, really, really like just really lazy. But yeah, that's pretty much happening with this. I mean, cinema is dying as it is. So people are going to stop consuming that. Then we've got subscriptions. So people rather sit in and just watch television. Do you know, I miss the days. I used to remember, I didn't like it as a kid. But realistically, where I've grown up and become more adult as well, one of the things that I really miss in cinemas is those moments that, you know, the filmmaker has made it so that everybody in the theatre just goes, oh my goodness, laugh out loud. And then they just start laughing. But, you know, you used to hear this little like roar of laughter. You don't even hear that anymore. You know, there's barely anybody at these cinemas, and it's not very packed all the time, unless you're from like a really busy city, and it's like slap bang in the middle. Then most of those other theaters that are on like the outskirts and things like that, they don't even get busy anymore, because yeah, and it's kind of sad, you know, and it's like a whole generation gone, because you've got things like Netflix, and I completely understand it though, because theaters are so dear now. They're so dear. They rob you of every penny that you could possibly have, unfortunately, especially when it comes to food. And that's why, like me and Emma, we take things from Tesco's. Today was the first time we've actually bought something inside of a cinema for a very long time. And we literally only done that because, you know, we knew that the one that we went to today was going to be closing forever. So we wanted to just be able to do it, to say, oh, yeah, we did it. And we really enjoyed it. We really did enjoy it. So it's okay to do it once in a very, very big blue moon, but I wouldn't pay their prices every day. And a lot of these cinemas, they could actually afford to cut a lot of these tickets in half, and they could also afford to make the food half the prices that they do, even less than half for some of them. It's just absolutely criminal. It's absolutely criminal, and it really is. But yeah, there you go. So interesting. And we are just going to go inside of this dungeon. Excuse me. Don't do that to me. We will take those diamonds like we need them. We don't need anything in these anymore. We really don't need to go to another dungeon. Bye, dungeon. Literally, I'm done with it. But yeah. And obviously, you can get Netflix. You can get Disney Plus, which, wow. I've got to praise Disney with the amount of stuff that is actually available to you on Disney Plus. Okay, Premier Access is really dear, fair enough, but that's literally the start of cinema becoming part of your front room rather than being something that a mass majority of people attend. It's going to definitely change, and it's just going to keep changing. And whoa, that's an interesting custom structure right there, if I don't say so myself. One made device, and I haven't seen one like this yet. It's actually a new type of structure to me at least. The cinema was so fun. I hope another Disney Pixar film comes out. Yeah, I would love to go watch another Disney film for sure. Then we can go again. Yeah, for sure. I haven't got a problem with Pixar. I like Pixar, and I do enjoy watching Pixar movies. I probably could watch Wall-E again. I enjoy those kind of films. I just don't watch them all the time, but they are definitely things that I enjoy. It's Ariana Grande, and it's like in-game. It's so cool. Yeah, so it was in-game. Yeah, it's so interesting, really. I mean, I would never have thought that, because if you put it down like 10 years ago, nobody would have turned around and said, well, maybe 10 years ago they would have done, but I don't know. I would have never thought, you know, I would never have said, oh yeah, now it's been 10 years, where, you know, or whatever, since the millennium, we're going to be able to start going online for virtual events. Like, I would never have said that. But yeah, it's just mad, absolutely crazy, and it's just going to continue to evolve. I think it's a bit like, do you remember when they did the Star Wars event for Fortnite? I wouldn't be surprised if in the future they brought in some sort of VR headset sort of subscription service where if you put your headset on, it comes with like massive surround sound and it gives you a virtual cinema. I mean, they're already essentially doing it with PlayStation VR anyway, with your games where you can sit into a virtual room. So, do you know that game? I know that film, Ready Player One. I haven't fully watched it, and a lot of people have suggested it to me, and I definitely would consider watching it because it's a good film by the looks of it, and literally, if you haven't seen the premise of that, then the point is they virtually live their lives in VR. They are literally living their lives in a virtual reality headset, and they're like players within a game and all that kind of stuff. It's a really interesting story, and I definitely need to watch it myself. I need to get through there and watch it, and I highly suggest that you guys watch it too because it's very accessible and it's of all ages, from what I know. So yeah, but it's an interesting depiction of where realistically our lives are heading in terms of humanity. But yeah, Pixar films are some of the best crafted movies with so much emotion coupled with cute and detailed animation and a story that fit for people of all ages. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, it doesn't matter whether if you're a 50-year-old adult or... See, this is... My stepdad would disagree because if I said to him... here, Jeff, if we sit and watch such and such, that'll be interesting. He'll probably go, no, I'm not watching a Disney movie, or a Pixar movie, but he'd just say Disney because he's very old-fashioned. But realistically, there's humor in Pixar movies that kids don't pick up on that are there for just the adults. So there's loads of stuff in there, and regardless, I find that sometimes, even if they are quite a childish side of the film, if there isn't anything in there really for an adult, but the majority of them they are, a lot of Pixar movies, for example, do just tend to have really nice stories, and that in itself is sometimes more than it does matter if it caters to your age group. Sometimes it's not about age group, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just based on story sometimes, which I think is a really nice thing. I don't hate the cinema, I just don't prioritize it and prefer to watch it in comfort of my own home. Yeah, see, that's the problem. A lot of people are starting to do that, and obviously it's not a problem for you because you enjoy it, and that's totally cool. Like, you enjoy what you want to enjoy, but that's not the part that's killing the cinema, really. It's not the subscriptions. It's not the fact how easy content is to find now. For cinema itself, its own biggest enemy has always been itself. That's the problem. They've just charged way too much money for tickets, whether if it's food. That's why it started like that. That was the first thing. Before we had digital media, the first thing people started doing was getting a bag, putting loads of like stuff they got from Co-op or maybe Tesco's into a bag, and then going in the cinema and then unbagging it all and eating it inside the cinema. So that meant the cinema's not selling popcorn, they're not selling mass drinks or anything. So that's one of their revenues down. Then they obviously had the added problem of they were starting to charge a lot for films, and people were like, well, hang on a minute, I could buy the video for cheaper. That's how it originally started. Then it was the DVD was cheaper than the cinema. So people just stopped going every time a hurdle was put there, whether if it became the food, then it became how like expensive the actual tickets were compared to a DVD. It starts like that. You could always have the cinema in a busy place and still make loads of money, but the vast majority of places where you don't have tons and tons of people and they're in like a more urban situation, then those will particularly die because they're just way too dear for people to even want to like go out for the night. See, a lot of people see cinemas as like a romantic way of, when you depict a relationship, whether if you're with a girl or a boy and a boy or a girl and a girl, whatever your relationship status might be, or even if you want to date a donkey, the point is, if you take your partner with you to somewhere, whether if it's having food or if it's, I don't know, whatever you might want to do, the depiction of being able to have that person with you, that little bond, that moment together, that's what matters. But you don't get that anymore because it's cheaper to sit in and watch Netflix. It's cheaper to watch Netflix. So people do that. You've got Netflix, which has an endless amount, and I know I'm starting to sound like your parents, and your parents know exactly what I'm saying is true. But yeah, it's true. Once you get to my age and once you get to Emma's age, and we're not old, we're just wise. We've just gotten wise.
We're old, but we're not old.
We're not old. We're not old. We're wise. We've just gotten to that point where we realise that actually there's a lot of things that we used to moan about when our parents wouldn't invest in them. Like, you know, if we went to the cinema, we'd go, well, Mum and Dad, why can't we have popcorn here? You know, but the truth is, we're not thinking about it. Popcorn for £1 round the corner is exactly the same as the popcorn here for £5. So, yeah, mad stuff. But it's things that in time, you guys, whether you're our age now or if you're, you know, coming up to our age, or you're still quite young and you're going to grow up eventually to be our age, you will start working out, and you might actually be younger than us than when we worked it out. You might be younger, you might even be a kid. You could be a kid and be sat there going, hang on a minute, that's my pocket money gone in 5 seconds, you know, and I can go to the shop round the corner and make myself some big monies and get myself some sweets. You know, it might be different for you, but yeah, that's just the crazy stuff about cinema and the way that we actually consume things. But yeah, sorry about that if I completely confused you and threw this completely off guard. But yeah, I just wanted to say the world has absolutely changed. I mean, going back to what you were talking about, Caution, when you're talking about concerts and stuff, it's really awesome. Like, it's really, really awesome being able to expand the horizons. So yeah, I mean, concerts aren't dying anytime soon. They have no reason to die. People still see those as a really good night out. And do you know why concerts don't die? I'm going to tell you why a concert doesn't die. Unless it's in a venue like the O2 Arena or something like that, when you're going to like an outdoor concert, they have cheap drinks. Their drinks are usually pretty cheap, so it gets people wanting to buy their drinks. Whether if it's a Coca-Cola or it's an alcoholic beverage, it's cheaper at a concert than it will be sometimes if you went to a pub. So it's crazy, but that's why those will always thrive, and you always have a mix of different artists going there, and so it just, there's a lot more variety for your money, and there's always a difference when it comes to an artist singing. There's a difference between seeing them live and when you hear them through a tape, so that makes the difference realistically. Whereas with a film, it doesn't matter whether if you've got a box TV or if you've got a normal TV, realistically it is the same thing no matter what. So yeah, there's a difference. There's definitely a massive difference in that sort of area. But yeah, crazy. Anyways, let's get back to reading these. So since COVID, many people made home cinemas and use their houses now. So there's no need to pay for a cinema when it's in the other room. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. People are using their spare rooms for it. And also it's just a lot easier. It's a bit like Emma. Her parents, or Emma's parents, not Emma because Emma's not the one who did it, but Emma's parents have just had their entire garden redone and it's beautiful. And basically they got a gazebo and her mum's just brought in some alcohol and stuff, and then they've got like this lovely little area where they can sit in the deck chairs. They're going to be getting a hot tub. They're going to have a pool when it's really hot. You know, it's all those things. People have started doing that now where they won't go and travel anymore because they don't need to. Like, some people will probably travel because they have friends and things, but those people who were going on holiday just for the hot weather will slowly not need to do that anymore, because a lot of them have transformed their back gardens into the same situation like what you're saying, where they had a spare room, they changed it to a cinema. There's people that have been doing it with their garden and changing that into a luxury space to enjoy in the summer. So yeah, same sort of thing, and slowly it will just continue to be more and more that the human race will sort of seclude itself, which is what I was saying is the sad part, because when I used to go to cinemas 10 years ago, you would always hear a moment where a joke has been cracked, and it's like today. I mean, me and Emma laughed, you could hear the hurt person behind you, but before, the entire cinema just went bang, like the whole thing, you could just hear it. And I mean, there was actually a few times with the cinema that I went to where you could hear them laughing that much. You could hear them when you were waiting to get your food, like you literally hear them, and it was louder than the film. The film, let's just bear in mind, is loud as hell, so to hear people laughing, that was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But anyways, if anybody's tuning in for Minecraft, which I don't know if you are, but if you are, then what are we doing in today's video? Well, we are looking for zombies and the drowned, and I'm kind of not looking in the right places for it. I'm sort of just running and talking. We started going off topic and talking about a subject to do with the reality of the world, if you like. But let's get away from the reality of the world for now, because, you know, I think we've all had our fair share of the world over the last, year and a half, it's probably best that we do just escape into the world of Minecraft, if you will. But let's just read these comments and make sure that we end this conversation first, because I know I'm very behind. Up is a very emotional... All right, hang on, actually, I've just missed Wolfman. So Wolfman put, fun fact, where we are at the same level of technology as the movie. Yeah, that's actually true. No, I totally agree with you. With a lot of films now, where... going back 10 years, no, not even 10 years ago, go back 20 years ago. You know, even in films in 20 years ago, they never had touchscreen phones, but there were films that were being ambitious, and they would do that. They would have touchscreen phones, and everybody was like, oh my goodness, there's not going to be that. That's not going to happen. That would be amazing if it could happen. It's not possible. And now we have touchscreen phones, you know what I mean? You know, they had tablets on Star Trek in 1960s. We never thought that technology would ever exist, and now it does. We have tablets. We have computers of all sorts of levels. It's insane. The way the world has gone is so mad, because we are just so advanced now. And that's probably quite a scary thing, really, because we are so advanced that maybe we're just a little too advanced in some places. I know we do play a few roles in population control, if you like, where we allow people to prolong their lives. Like, let's put this back. That sounds selfish. It sounds like I'm saying people should just die. That's not what I'm saying. But if we look at 40, 50 years ago, we had barely any cures for a lot of diseases, whereas now we have cures, which I'm glad about. I'm thankful, because we all have loved ones that have been through such different things. There are still some diseases that we wish we had cures for, and we don't currently have them, but they will be fixed in the future. It may take 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, but the point is, there are diseases that existed that we said we could never beat, and we did. And that's going to happen again. That's going to happen again. There's going to be cures for things that we're going to say right now, never going to happen. And I just feel like the more and more that we are saving people, and I know it sounds bad because I don't want it to sound like that, because I think everybody has a right to be saved. You know, I do. But the more and more we save people, we're obviously playing a form of God. And therefore, I know this is a really tight way of looking at it. The population is climbing. And if you watch David Attenborough, you'll understand what I mean. He made a documentary, Our World, and it was amazing. I highly suggest that you watch it. But he was talking about, at the beginning of his career, I don't know, I love talking about these things. I'm not even doing what I was going to do in this stream. I'm completely off topic. We've gone on to David Attenborough, My World, but literally... yeah, I know you guys can say David Attenborough. Oh my goodness, that's David Attenborough. But seriously, he talks proper facts. When he started his career, there was only 3 billion people that existed on this planet. And now we're at 7.8. The ice caps are melting. Things are getting hotter because there are more of us. We have no predators, realistically. And... you know, we're taking so many animals out of existence, and therefore we're messing with the food chain, which is then we're getting more of us, less of them. We're having more tamed animals, and everything that we said doesn't exist and we've completely ignored, it's happening as we speak. As we speak right now, there are dangerous things happening in the world, and there is not enough YouTubers, there's not enough people on TikTok, if you like that stupid platform. There is not enough people in this world actually spreading the fact that we are killing our own planet. So what I'm saying is, by us saving everyone, what we're doing is we're causing more people to exist, and the more people that exist means that the warmer the world gets. You know, even if I was on a ventilator 10 years ago and I was meant to die, then so be it. That's the way it is. So I'm not even going to be one of those people that's going to say to you, you know, I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to say to you, oh yeah, everybody should die because it's going to help us. No way, no way. But, you know, I'm just saying that the way that the world is going now, it's so scary. It's really scary. And I just feel like, yes, we ignore it so much. We really do. So if one thing I could say to you, if you're watching this and you want this planet, because think about it like this. Everybody who's born, even you watching this video right now, this is your birthright. This planet was given to you. You have a right to live, to like, you basically own this planet. This planet is yours. And if you know anybody that's destroying the planet, whether or not it be littering or anything else, you need to stop them. You need to stop all that sort of stuff, because those people are destroying your home. And, you know, I feel like I'm one tiny little YouTuber that's not going to make a difference. Fair enough. And what I'm saying probably could go without being said, but that's just what everyone wants anyway. And that's the problem. Everybody's been so sort of, you know, oh, it's not going to happen. It's not true. That the truth is, it is happening. And this planet is under a lot of stress. It really is. And it's sad. It really is. And I was talking to Emma's parents, Emma's mum, and she said the same thing, and I've been thinking it for a long time. Once David Attenborough is gone, he is going to be the only person that will tell the planet how it really is, because everybody else will just want to be quiet about it, which is just sad, because there are futures and generations of us to come, and yet we're killing it, whether or not it be we're chopping down our rainforest and destroying our plant life, which our plant life keeps us breathing. If it wasn't for grass, if it wasn't for trees, if it wasn't for nature, we wouldn't be breathing right now. There'd be nothing. So every time that somebody cuts down a tree, if you have a garden and you have a tree in the back of it and somebody's saying to you, I'm going to cut that down, keep it. Keep it. If you can grow a tree without someone knowing, grow it. As long as it's not going to kill anybody and it's not like a really dangerous tree and it's not going to damage the economy. You know, if you want to go and grow an apple tree, go and grow an apple tree. You know it's going to be safe. It's just going to grow apples. What else could it possibly do? It's such a mad one. I really hope, and I know I'm sorry to sound like I'm on a depressive, because I don't want to sound like I'm on a depressive. I'm just saying, you guys are so young. We're all so young. And we've got so much yet to do. We've all got so much yet to do. And I hope that we can all do that. I really do. So, anyways, with that being me trying to move on from a depressive conversation, I'm going to read these comments and hopefully not keep coming back to it. But yeah, anyways, Emma Gemex just said, when you could only have 10 individual sweets in the pick and mix. Wait, I'm completely confused.
In the cinema, right? When I used to go to cinema as a kid, because you know I did pick and mix.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I only like pick out 10 individual sweets to put in
That's
the bag.
really stupid though, because technically they weren't charged like that. They were charged by weight. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, that's what it were, and it was also fat, you know, because I were a diabetic and that as well.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Got different as I got older, but when I was younger, that's what it used to be like. I find it quite funny, to be honest.
Fair enough. Okie dokie. With Emma being a banana, we have now got a drowned. So that's what we've been trying to get this entire game. You wouldn't have believed it because of the amount of times that I've steered away. But if we kill him, we didn't get ourselves any special loot. But we can still turn this zombie into a drowned. So come on, mister. And come back in here. Let's turn him in to a drowned and get ourselves an ocean orb so that we can get straight onto Poseidon, because I want to kick Poseidon's bum. I literally want to do it. And, oh yes, we have another zombie. Awesome. Hopefully we can get like a zombie calling going on here. Zombie! Hello? Can you see me? Yes, you can see me. Cool. If we can get loads and loads of zombies over here, then we can get a ton, and I mean a ton, of zombies turned into drowned. Come on. We got 3 in total. So we got 3 chances. And I think it's a 0.5% chance of it dropping. So, or it could be a little bit more. Which, if it is, I'm not going to moan. Because we need that ocean orb in order to do it. I think it's 25,000 the reward for killing Poseidon. So, you never know. I might end up beating the others on the battle top just because I'm fighting bosses. Who knows? I may do. But at this rate, when I'm trying to get this item, this is probably the hardest one to get. I wish I'd started with the recipe being start with zombie, then work towards something else, like the drowned in like a later boss, because you know. But with Poseidon being the water god, if you will, in Greek mythology, then is it Greek mythology? Is Poseidon Greek mythology? I can't remember. I guess Kieran's gonna have to tell me that one. But yeah, with him being that, I wanted it to be the Drowned that dropped it. It kind of made sense that they would drop it, or it would probably be the Guardians, which I found were way too hard, way too hard. In fact, we are almost 90% of the way there to brain controlled VR. Yeah, that's scary. That I remember. I think the scariest thing I've seen, Wolfman, probably would be the chips that they're on about doing into the human brain, about radio chips or whatever it is to get radio waves on our brains. Like, who would want that? Who would actually want to have their brain hooked up to a radio? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. No way. It's not my kind of thing. Definitely not. But yeah, some insane stuff going on in the world, if I do say so myself. Now, zombies, if you could do me a favor and stop coming out of the water and just stay down here, turn into our beautiful, most requested creature, which is the Drowned, and then I can slaughter you. It would probably been a nice thing to have if we had looting. Looting would have helped us quite a bit with taking them out and then hopefully getting something. I think it gives you an extra boost, like quite a big boost as well when you have looting. And okay, here we go. And drowned, and unfortunately, do you know, I think I should just keep like a multiple amount of the zombies that turn into drowned, and then maybe it'll just increase my chances. I don't know. It's just a theory, just a game theory. It's a theory, a game theory. Yeah. I went there. 2015 vibes. Do they still do things? Isn't that the Fine Bros or something? I don't know. It's been a while. So I think I don't even know if they do still do it. I think it was the Fine Brothers or whatever you want to call them. They were trying to, I remember going back like 6 or 7 years ago, they were trying to copyright the word react, if I'm right, or somebody else was anyway. And it was because a bunch of YouTubers were doing reaction videos and they were getting all their views, and they were like, oh no, that's not fair, we created reaction videos, so we're gonna copyright the word. That was a scary place at that point. YouTube was this really scary place because people were copyrighting people's channels for nothing. Literally, you could have a similar title and people were copyrighting you. It was a scary place. And copyright on YouTube has always been quite a serious thing where, yeah, no, you don't get massive court summons and massive amounts of money being taken away from you, but you do get your channel deleted. So that's just great, isn't it? Because that technically could be a higher income. If, say, you had like 1 million subscribers and like 1 billion views a month, if you had all that, then somebody just came along and deleted your channel. Oh, you're right. That's great, isn't it, YouTube? You amazing people. Also, did you hear about Luke the Notable trying to copyright 1,000 Days? Was he really? Because obviously a lot of people did that too. That's mad. No, I didn't hear about that. I don't actually know who Luke the Notable is. But he sounds like a bit of a banana, if I'm honest. You've got to be a bit of a banana to copyright things, unless it's like really yours and you can prove that you're the one that created it. I've never agreed with copyrighting a word unless it's completely unique. If it's completely unique, then fair enough. Or if it's a business title, fair enough as well. But if it, for example, is just, I don't know, say, the word was. If you copyright the word was, then it's a little bit silly. If you tried to file for copyright on the word was, I mean, everybody uses was or there or they every day. Like, if somebody did that, that'd be mad. That'd be like every time I open my mouth up and talk about something, I'm just going to get copyrighted for it. I could never really talk. That's one of the scariest places, or one of the scariest things about YouTube that made it so scary, was the fact that people were getting copyrighted even for saying a word in their videos. It was mad. Luckily, I didn't have any issues like that when around that time. I didn't really get any problems like that, so I was quite lucky. But can we just take a moment to adore that water? That is so beautiful. Oh, so good. I love the shaders. This place looks great with shaders. Yeah. Anyways, fun fact, the song Happy Birthday was once copyrighted. Was it really? Wait, the song Happy Birthday, is that like Happy Birthday to you? Happy birthday to you. I can't fucking sing. Happy birthday to you. I don't know. Hip hip hooray. Wait, that was copyrighted. How can you even copyright that? Well, I'm glad it's not copyrighted so much now then. So is it like one of those things where it's royalty free now? Just, is it because, like, I would only imagine that was ever copyrighted because the person who created it was alive, but that was such a long time ago, like 1,000 years ago, that Happy Birthday was created, for example, and then they just decided to scrap it because it was so old. That's the only thing I can imagine. It's a bit like when I did a little snippet, I did 15 seconds of Eye of the Tiger, actually. I put it into one of my videos. And it was a very long time ago, actually. And I didn't get copyrighted for it. I remember I didn't get copyrighted. I'm still making money on it now. Nobody watches it, so that's fine. I'm not really making a lot of money. But 15 seconds of that video, I had Eye of the Tiger playing in the background. Because me and Squidgy Face Players were singing Eye of the Tiger. So I just decided to put that on in the background. But I didn't get copyrighted, so I'm taking it that because Eye of the Tiger was such an old song, if you're just using 15 seconds, like if you use the whole thing, then I can imagine you would get copyrighted straight off the bat. But because it's so old, there must be a rule, like if it's such a short amount, then, or maybe if it's because I had the audio quite low, I don't know, it's really strange. I don't know why I didn't get copyrighted, to be honest. But if it was the age, then I can only imagine it was because it was such a snippet of it that it was almost, yeah. I don't know. Mad times, because you could copyright so much back then, and you still can. So I don't know. But yeah, Luke the Notable. I didn't actually know who that was. I still don't realistically know who that was because I haven't gone and googled who he is or anything like that. So currently we have Kino the Toten on, and we also Wild Wolfman. Kino the Toten being awesome Apex Acer, gotta say, definitely a proper OG of the channel, and he's always been here supporting the videos, whether if it's during the day, which is quite crazy because I think he's, oh actually no, Kino, you're from the UK, aren't you? Are you from the UK? I'm probably getting you mixed up with a dragon or Aragon or whatever I'm going to call him now, but yeah, no, I think you're from the UK, so pretty mad times to actually think that you can keep in touch. Yeah, I'm from the UK. Yeah, okay, I did think you were from the UK, so yeah, that makes sense why you're able to watch me around the clock, because otherwise if I was from the US, then obviously you'd struggle because I'd be doing it at crazy times o'clock. Also the other way around, if you were from the US, then obviously you'd be struggling with my current schedule. Mind you though, this is quite late for a stream. This is, just bear in mind, it is 10:30 right now here in the UK. So, or 25 minutes past if you really want to be precise, without the seconds. Obviously, somebody might be like, that's not precise. Precise is with seconds. You might just have that one person. Might just have that one person who's just telling me off. No, that's not precise. You need to mention the seconds for that. But yeah, pretty awesome. So crazy times, crazy times. Oh wow. I found a village. I wasn't looking for a village, but we found one. And I can't even remember what direction we've gone in, you know. We've run in such a direction that I have no idea where we are. And I sort of steered away. Hello, mate. How you doing, Mr. Villager? Oh, he's just wandering away. He's like, you smell, I'm going. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, because I can't really remember if I did mention it. I know I did say my stream's been a bit banana-y, and I don't think I continued what I was saying, but that was over an hour ago probably. But yeah, I was saying my stream quality keeps dipping, so what I'm planning to do is move over from using OBS to using Streamlabs OBS, because I used to use Streamlabs OBS, and I just steered back to normal OBS, but I thought it was going to be really good just to go back to the really classical OBS, but Streamlabs does have a lot of features, so I probably will go back over there, and I'm hoping that by going over to Streamlabs OBS, it's going to be a little bit more better, I guess, in terms of the connection between me and the server, and well, actually no, not the connection between me and my Minecraft server, just the server for YouTube, really. Because I don't know what it is. Like, I have quite a good bit rate, and I also have a really good amount of my CPU being used because I chose to do that. Like, I don't use my graphics card to stream, whereas some people do. Some people do. But I'm deciding to use my CPU for my streaming, and I'm using my GPU for my game. That could probably be the difference, the problem. But I don't think my GPU is that great anyways. For anybody who doesn't know what a GPU is, it's my graphics card. Because there's some people that don't know. Believe it or not, you might be saying, oh, how would I not know? But somebody might not know, so... yeah, but anyways, we are going to jump into this beautiful pool of water. But before we do that, we're going to take these beautiful shaders back off, because as you may have seen earlier, when we got in the water with those shaders on, we couldn't see a thing. So we're going to have to turn those off, turn it right down. We're going to have to turn it right down. Who had a teacher that spoke like that? Where they're like, we're not happy with you, year 7. You have to, that's not the right attitude, year 7. You're going to have to tone it right down. You know when they talk like that? It's so annoying. You're just like, shut up. But yeah, anyways, Callum says, guess who? Callum Ninja, Wolf Ninja. We both did, James. Yeah, we definitely did, didn't we? Mrs. Bufton, wasn't it? Or something, whatever her name was. I couldn't stand her. I still can't stand her to this day. When I went back to visit, she was your teacher, Callum. I could not stand her, man. Every time, when I went back to visit, she was like, hello, James, or something like that. And I'm like, ooh. She's like your typical southerner you don't want to know. Mostly from Mr. Penfold. Do you know what, Callum? Do you know Mr. Penfold? At the end of my time there, I don't know about you, he ended up being one of the most dickish teachers you could have ever known. And when I actually saw him, me and Emma were walking down the road, and it was going back last year probably. He was on the cycling, right? And you know, like, most of our teachers were really nice, so they would stop and say hello, or at least ask you how you're doing. You know what I mean, Callum? Even with you would start going on about loads of rubbish, and they would still be there like, yeah, that sounds good, yeah, and stuff like that. He didn't even stop for me. He looked at me. He knew I was there. He knew, but he didn't even take a moment to say hello. I thought, you ass. And I was in his class. I thought, what an ass. But I've had other teachers, you know, say how are you doing? Like, when I've gone into the school, I don't tend to bump into too many of them out and about, because I don't think a lot of our teachers really came from this area, to be honest. Only really Mr. Penfold, and I guess that speaks volumes. He came from our area, our neck of the woods. Although I know your neck of the woods is technically Cornwall, but yeah, still is, mate. I know if I see him today, I'd laugh. Yeah, man, I don't like his face. Do you remember how he was really egotistical, man. He was really egotistical, if you like. He just had such a big ego, and he always thought of people in certain ways, and yeah, he just judged everyone he looked at. He's just problem with Mr. Penfold. He was put in a position where he knew he was going to end up becoming deputy head and then straight to headmaster when Mrs. Hen and John dies. That's what it is. She won't die. She'll just probably retire. But when she retires, which even though I don't know if she ever gave you the stories, Callum, where it's like, I'm not going to retire even if I have to get you guys to come back and push me around in a chair, you know. But yeah, I just think that he's got his heart set on that role of being headmaster, and he just doesn't care about any of us, because it's a big pay, isn't it? Big pay. They don't care about us at all. Yeah, did you know he thought I didn't do my MPCT? He thought I would be dropped off and then walk home. Wow, what an ass. I know you used to love that. You weren't like that though, Callum. You absolutely loved your MCPT or whatever. MPCT even. You really enjoyed that. I mean, that was a massive passion of yours. That was a huge passion of yours. If anything, I never thought of that like that about you. I always knew you were going to succeed in that. At least, even if you didn't actually go into the army, I always knew that you were going to turn up for that, because that's something that you enjoyed. You, like, never shut up about it. We'd be in school and you'd be talking about freaking guns, man. Quite worrying, actually. Most people that talk about that end up going on to be killers, but now in your case, you just wanted to serve, so No, I can totally respect that, Callum. Hauling ass. Some people are just not very good judgment of character. That's what it is. You know, he's just fart. That's what I think. Fart in my head. Because I can't even comprehend his bullshit. But yeah, let's talk with my old. And for those. Nice. That's really awesome, man. You should carry on with that. Definitely, for sure. Definitely. Hey, Callum, do you do any sort of like airsoft at all? Like, I know that that's completely different to what you wanted to do because it's not obviously real guns. It's still cool though. I don't know if you do anything like airsoft or paintballing or anything like that. I know for a fact that it's something that I'm wanting to do in the future. I definitely want to. I want to either do paintball or I want to do airsoft. I'm not sure which one I want to do though. For sure. Or I might just do both. Who knows? But Callum, if I ever do that, we should find a place in Cornwall. And I'll have to come down one weekend and meet you. And I'll stay in like a hotel with Emma or something. And then if you were interested, me, you and Emma could go and do paintballing. And if you can't pay for yourself, don't worry, Callum. Depending on how dear it is, then I may pay for you. Because you know I'm a good friend like that. I always did. Always did pay my way for you. But I understood you, Callum. That's the difference. We were always good friends. And we still are. Just don't speak every single day, as you know, because life's fun. Life's fun. It's always got you moving around. Always got you moving around or got you doing something. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yo-yo to life. Yo. But anyways, for anybody who's just tuning into the stream now and probably wondering, what on earth are you doing? Then I am supposed to be doing looking for drowned, which currently I'm just not doing too good at. I'm really not doing too good. I don't know how to make like a drowned chunk or anything like that, or a drowned farm. I know some people do, and some people are really good at it. I wonder if I should just build something under the ground, like under the water. Does it just make them naturally spawn, maybe? And then just look like a door. Maybe that'll work. Who knows? Yeah, so currently at the moment, the way I'm doing it is I'm waiting for zombies and then I'm taking them into the water and then I'm making them drowned. So that way is the way I'm currently doing it. And Wild Wolfman, that's a lot of W's you're placing. Just look here, look. Placing it right there. Don't worry about paying. Save the money. You'll need to spend £50 for your setup and £50 for Emma because I got all my gear. It's £10 off. A £10 enter fee. That's cool though. That's cool. Right, so you've actually got all your stuff. What's that for? Is that paintballing or airsoft, mate? So yeah, you have to make sure you tell me about that. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're gonna have to try and get some of these life essences as well. That's something else we're gonna need to start farming. Don't know if anybody's selling any of that sort of stuff on the AH. Nope, not being used. Nice to see it's being utilized. Not. Come on, zombies. They usually I have like, yeah, here we go. Usually I have like 1 million of you guys. Come on. All I just need is for some of you to change airsoft. Okie dokie. Do you know what? I should have bought Emma's sister's airsoft since she's selling it and getting rid of it. I should have said to her, I'll pay for your airsoft. That's what I should have done. If she doesn't get rid of it, I might offer her some money for it. Because she's got her own guns and everything, so Callum, if you like buy your own airsoft guns, do you get to keep them? Because I don't really know how it all works. I'm proper noob with it all. Or is it like a one-time use? Because I know you can rent them, and then I know you can buy them. But yeah, buying them probably is something I'd rather do. Because that way it'd be just be better, wouldn't it? But yeah, he says yeah, you buy it. Awesome. Awesome. So at least I know I'm gonna get to keep my bets if I spend 50 quid. Because 50 quid for a setup and then not being able to keep it could be quite a bit dear, you know? Quite a bit dear. But £10 fee to enter, that's really good, that. It's really good. Once you're fully set up with gear, then it doesn't really cost you a lot to play, does it? You can just get in and play endless games of fun. So so I take it you get like around £10 like a game? Or is that £10 for free games? How does it work? You can keep it, but if you don't have one, rent. Oh, okay, doke. Yeah, yeah. I probably just maybe not like the chest plate and all that sort of shit because I couldn't probably buy that from Louise because she's quite small, so I don't think anything like that would fit me of hers. But the gun on the other hand, I could always buy that from her. £10 4 games. Hey, it's quite cool. Not too bad of a price. And nighttime was skipped. Yay! They skipped nighttime because I totally wanted nighttime to be skipped. Oh no! I didn't want nighttime to be skipped, but it's okay. It's okay, Wild Wolf Man. I take it you would want skip day. It's okay. No worries. We will find another thing to do while we wait. So yeah, hopefully during the daytime it won't be skipped again. This is the only problem with the night skip, one player night skip. It would be nice if I could turn it into a voting system, like if people could say, oh yeah, vote skip night, and then if there's a percentage of people that skip night, then it works. I need to do that potentially in the future, because currently, if you're trying to do something during the night and somebody skips the day, big reps. Send over a photo of the gun and I'll give you an idea of its worth. If it's worth it. Yeah, I shall see if Louise can show me a picture of a gun and whether if it's worth it or not. I think she's got a really nice gun, so I think it will probably be worth it if I'm honest. Although I know what you're like, Callum. You know what's good and what's bad, don't you? You're there literally firing them all because you're so fixated on it all. So, I take it, all your guns that you've shown me, are they all airsoft guns then? Or are they, or some airsoft and some just sort of like replica type guns or what? I don't really fully... Do you know, I was in Blackpool last week and I was looking at, on my way walking, I was looking into a shop. And Callum, I couldn't help but think about you. Oh, I know that sounds really weird. Oh yeah, so I was thinking about Callum. I love thinking about Callum. No, I was looking in there and I saw some guns, and I was just like, if Callum could see that, he'd just be straight in that shop looking at them guns and asking questions. I know what you like. So I was just thinking about you quite a bit there, man. So if you buy one from an airsoft shop, you'll be able to get two-tone paint. That's cool. Ooh, that's really cool. That's a bit like I don't know what gun it is I bought on Cold War, but they got similar type thing going on with the camos. Some airsoft, some nice. I see. I love my guns. Yes, you do, dude. Yes, you do. I was also thinking. I did think in the back of my head. I was thinking because some of these guns, it looked like they had like an 80 quid realistic gun. Like I say realistic gun. I think this gun was a proper real gun. You know, like one of those ones where you can buy a gun, but it's got a screw in it, and then like the chamber's broken or something off, so that it's legal. Because obviously it's illegal to hold a weapon anyway, isn't it? It's illegal to hold an actual fireable gun with bullets in it, unless you've got like a license or something and you're like a mass security guard and you're transporting away some really heavy stuff. But yeah, basically in the hands of an everyday person, you're not allowed to have a weapon with a gun or a gun with a bullet that can actually shoot. You're not even supposed to have BB guns when you're going outside. Believe it or not, you can actually be pulled over for those and you can have it confiscated. It's true. It's shit, but even if you pay for it, you can be confiscated. Kids, get away from it though. Anyways, point is, yeah, point is that they had these guns that you could probably, if you knew what you were doing, you could resurface it and you could probably just put a new barrel in it or whatever, take the screw out, whatever you need to do to it, or then the chamber, you can fix the chamber up or whatever, and you have yourself a fully working, functional gun. Yeah. I got an AR-16 and it's a red tiger pattern. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's the barrel. Yeah, that's what it is then. I can by law walk out my house with mine because it's got a license from firearms. Yeah, I still wouldn't test it though. I still wouldn't test it because Yeah, just promise me you'll never test that though, Callum, because I'm pretty sure if you were to walk outside with your gun, you're still going to get in some form of trouble because you've not got high enough of a certification that if you hold a gun, you're not going to get in mass amounts of trouble. Holding a gun in a crowded place or in front of other people, if a copper sees that, even if you've got a license, sometimes they don't give a fuck. They just shoot you. If they've got a gun or a taser, they shoot you or they taser you to the fucking death anyway. So, yeah. Pretty much don't use a gun unless you're in an event where like you're working for military or if you're a police officer or unless you've got a really good reason for holding a gun. Don't ever actually hold a gun. For anybody who's watching this stream, if you have a gun or you know anyone who's got the gun, go and fucking bin that shit. Unless, actually, don't touch it and if you don't know where it's been because you don't want to get done for that either, you know. Do you know what? Fuck it. Don't even touch the gun. Just run away. Just run away from the gun. If you live at home and your parents have a gun behind the bed, just fucking run. Just get your bag and go. No, don't do that. I wouldn't because I like being free and shooting new players at games. True. Yeah. I mean, they're so particular. Even if you had a gun that doesn't do, like, lethal damage to a person, just being in a shape of something that can shoot a bullet. The people are just terrified of guns. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty intimidated just by guns in general anyway, but yeah, airsoft and paintball and all that kind of stuff, that's kind of, it's child's play, isn't it, obviously? Which I would rather take that over a proper gun any day, please. Remember, if you wear white gloves, you will not leave fingerprints. Oh no. We don't want to be giving people tips here. I'm not going to start giving people tips. Oh yeah, if you wear leather gloves and chuck them in the bin around the back, you also won't get any trouble as long as you haven't touched the actual gloves. Yeah. But no, don't go around with guns. Do you know, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you think you need a weapon, yeah, but you also find yourself in the situation where you can walk away, my advice to you is to do just that, walk away, because it should never get to that point and if you think that you're in too deep and you're going to be, you haven't got anything to stand on, then just try and see if there is another way out of it that doesn't involve a weapon, because weapons are some pretty scary things. Pretty scary things in the wrong hands. Diamond Casino heist prep mission. Yeah, that's the one. We're all preparing for a massive heist. We're starting it here on the YouTube channel. We're just getting ourselves ready. And then we're just going to go and rob a massive bank and get all those diamonds and emeralds. But yeah, insane stuff. But yeah, nice to see you here, Callum. If any of you guys are just tuning in now and you're wondering what I'm doing, yes, it does look like I'm just walking and running it into the millions of miles that we are taking, but the truth is I'm here currently trying to look for drowned. And yeah, you're probably thinking, why are you looking for drowned right here? There's nothing here. But the reason why is because, well, it's nighttime. No, daytime even. Daytime, not nighttime. Daytime. And when it was nighttime, it was skipped by somebody on the server, whoever it may have been. So, unfortunately, I can't do that part of our mission until nighttime when all the zombies come out. So, I'm kind of just peacefully running into the abyss that is Minecraft and waiting for nighttime to approach, and then once it does, I'm going to go and get myself somewhere where it's going to be dark. And actually, do you know what? While we wait for nighttime, actually, I just did the wrong place. We are going to, no, that's the wrong one again. We are going to go to this place, and we're going to get some phantom membranes, and we're going to repair our elytra, which is currently bing bang bosh broken. So nighttime daytime, yeah, honestly that's how I feel anyway. My night and daytimes are completely the wrong way around normally anyway. Talking of which, actually, I'm saying that over the last week and a half I've been pretty good. I've actually been pretty good. I'm going to praise myself right here. By the way, the warden has literally not come back. I was hoping he was going to build like a nice property, but he's not actually come back to the server for some time. I think he just built something over there and then never came back, which is a bit of a big shame. Poor server, poor warden, poor wherever he is. What is this? Just a platform? Just, you know, just chill, you know? Oh, actually, talking of which, I'm messing around, but we are getting to night time. We are at 6 o'clock in game time. For real life time, we are at 15 quarter to 11 in the UK right now. Quarter to 11. So we've been going for quite a while. I don't even know when I started my stream, but it must have been a while ago. I can't seem to find any phantom membranes in any of these chests, so I'm taking it. I probably got phantom membranes over the other side, but since it's getting to night time, what we're going to do, instead of just going and getting that, we'll do that as an activity to do during the daytime. What we'll do for now is we'll just carry on focusing on what we're doing. Actually, do you know what? I've been making a massive mistake. Guess what, guys? Right? I just realized. How do I do it? CH. No, that's the wrong one. Cubs custom drops. Cubs custom drops. Right, hang on a second. I just want to check this. Drowned. Where are you? I'm hoping they still actually drop what they're supposed to drop. Obviously, if they don't, then big rip to me. But I'm pretty sure I set it up in the last stream. And I did. But where are the drowned? There's a zombie. The zombie villager. Maybe it's on the other page. How do we get back to the previous page? Back to main menu. Zombies. Here we go. Drowned. Custom drops. Ocean orb. Life essence. Ocean orb is a 10% chance. Why am I not getting this? Okay, so spawner drops. That should be on. Egg drops. Breeding drops. Yeah, right, cool. So that should be on anyways. But that's how I've been doing it wrong. So what I should have been doing is I should have been maximizing my usage of the different custom structures. Because I could have got loads of zombies to spawn from a spawner. And then I could have just made them drop into the ocean. Right. Well, I've been being an absolute banana. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to go and repair my elytra. And then we're going to change this completely. We're actually going to change it completely. We're going to go over to a custom structure that's somewhere over the ocean, and then we are going to change loads into drowned. But before we do that, I'm going to take the zombies I do have here and just try this anyway, because, you know, I've got 3 here. I might as well just try. Might as well try one last time to try and get these drowned to actually spawn and then drop it. So a 10% chance. So if 10% of the chance is that they're going to drop it, then I should pretty much be able to get one in the next 3 zombies, really. Because I've definitely killed at least 6 or 7. So it should be like a 1 in 10 chance, if I'm honest. So we shall see when these zombies drown. Come on, guys. That's right. Come over here. That's a good zombies. Good zombies. That's right. You come to your death. Come over to here for this. Your death. But anyways, stay tuned for more wolf gun tips, jokes. Stay safe. See a firearm, call the police, and make a small perimeter to keep those around safe. Yeah, exactly. It's a very good point, man. Nighttime. Well, James, it's past your bedtime, spoon. Hey, Callum, how dare you tell me it's past my bedtime? We know that you're obviously the one that should have been in bed at 8 o'clock. You should have been... Actually, no, screw that, Callum. You should have been in bed by 6. You didn't even have a chance to watch The Simpsons. I don't know about you guys, but I used to love watching The Simpsons at 6 o'clock on Channel 4. Do they still do that? I think they do. I think they still run The Simpsons at 6 o'clock. I know I used to really enjoy watching The Simpsons. And there's no point me using my sword. It shouldn't really make too much of a difference. I don't really have looting, do I? And I think I got it! I think I got it! 1 minute! Whoa! Did I get it? Did I get it? I think I did. Hey, it's there! Hey! We got the ocean orb! Awesome! We got the quest item! We actually got it! Oh, yes! I told you we were pretty close to getting another one. Well, getting it soon. We got the ocean orb! Whoop, whoop! I'm being shot casually by a zombie, by a skeleton. Just get out of here, okay? Your child's play. Your child's play. We've already fought you. We were struggling on night 1, but that's different. This isn't night 1 anymore. Because we got Netherite. Just Netherite here. But yes, we actually got the quest item. Awesome. I would probably say that that's worth at least 5k. Just that alone. So, if I wanted to AH it, I could. But, well, that saves us a bit of time. We actually got the quest items. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, now, let's go and see. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to just go and kill some random mobs and stuff. Because we need to get some life essence anyways. So, if we get some life essence, which is here. This is life essence. Then we can combine it with our ocean orb. Now, I can't remember. Is there any other items that we are going to need to hunt for? There may be. There may be. Now, I'm getting so much rubbish. Look at all this rubbish that I've got just from walking around. Hang on, I need that. Can you stop hitting me? Oh, it's a baby zombie. Okay. I shall take you as... I don't know, whatever. I just realised this entire time, I've had no sound. I've had literally no sound this entire time. How did you guys not get bored of the gameplay? How did you not get bored of the gameplay? I've been running around doing nothing with no sounds. So, big rip. Big rip to all of those of you who wanted to watch this with sound. Let's just kill you. Come on, get out of here. There we go. And we don't need an ender pearl. We're done with the end. We don't need to go back there. We have almost no reason to go back to the end. Just kill cows. Why not? I don't know why I'm killing cows, because passive mobs don't even drop anything. So there's literally no point for me to kill them. I'll just focus on like spiders and zombies. Although, just to make it clear, not all of the mobs that drop items that you can get in spawners do actually drop their items from spawners, so you do still need to find them naturally. So here's the zombies and the skeletons and the creepers, and we shall take you out. But yeah, these life essences are so hard to get, so rare. So rare. Somebody's just going to be there with like a stack of them. But with me, it's going to take quite a while to get those. We might have an entire episode just doing what we're doing right now. Just literally going out there looking for mobs. Because we've pretty much been grinding in today. So we got the quest item. I might change this from let's get grinding to quest item. And then in my next stream have that as let's get grinding, because technically today we got the quest item, and the next time we stream we'll probably... Wait a minute, have I got God mode on? No, I haven't. It just didn't do any damage. Okay, I thought I had God mode then. But yeah, I think in the next episode will pretty much be grinding, because we'll be grinding out for those essences, which are a little easier because they're not quest items. They're items that are pretty much just dropped by all evil mobs across the board, but they have such a low chance of being dropped, unfortunately. But I guess it adds to the adventure. I better not lose to the mob though. If I like spawn the boss and then die to it after spawning it in, like really easily, then I'm gonna be pretty annoyed with myself. But yeah, no, I think I've pretty much managed to rebalance all the bosses, because they were very OP before. So I do think I've managed to rebalance them a little bit, and where they have more health, they do a little less damage. So that's quite a cool thing. They do still tend to do the tick where they can do a bit of damage with your armor. That's pretty much been added because when you make slime fun gear, you were able to just pretty much stay invincible to those bosses, which would spoil the game. So I just decided, you know what, I want this to be a little bit more difficult. But yeah, also for anybody who's wondering, this is a Bedrock and Minecraft Java server. So if you want to join, you can more than happily come and join us. However, we are almost getting towards the end of this stream, because we've been streaming now for let's have a look. A total of, and I currently can't even have a look because my phone's deciding to be a donut. But here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, apparently this says I've only been live for about 4 minutes. That's not a very true statement by my phone. So I've got to watch an advert. I'm basically making myself money. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. It made me watch 2 adverts. I feel for you guys. If any of you are there, like, I want to watch the stream and you've been made to watch adverts, then I feel sorry for you. But yeah, no, this is saying that I've only been live for minutes. But yeah, no, I've been live for an hour and 24 minutes. That's quite good. Quite good indeed. So I'm happy with that. It's been a good stream. We've obviously had some really crazy topics. We've had some really crazy topics in today's stream. We've talked about Pixar. We've talked about the climate and the world. We've talked about cinema and the way we consume it. We've talked about... What else have we talked about? Copyright on YouTube and how crazy that was. We've literally talked about so much today. It's been insane. Hey James, what's the dog doing? The dog is in a different room. And basically, he's not my dog. Also, I'm just going to check through the chat. I want to make sure I've not missed anybody out. But yeah, I don't know if I did give a shout out to Pazza when he was here, but big shout out to Pazza for tuning in. Proper OG as well. Been around since probably the channel's beginning. Like, he's been around for a long time. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff. But we are basically at the end of this stream because we got the quest item, which was the ocean orb. And as I already said, in the next episode, we are going to go ahead and try and grind for life essence, which is the godly flames, which are dropped by all evil mobs. So we're going to grind. We are going to change the title for today's stream to quest items, maybe. I don't know. And then we'll change to let's grinding for the next episode because we are going to just go ham on those drops. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, then make sure to give it a good thumbs up, you know, if the thumbs up system actually meant anything, but it means something to me. So thank you very much. If you do smash the like button, it shows me that what I'm doing is definitely the correct thing. And it also just shows that, you know, although it's something that I'm doing because I'm enjoying it and it's easy for me, which is why I'm doing it. You know, a lot of people are saying, why don't you go and do Terraria? You know, you were popular on Terraria. You was getting tons of views on Terraria. Why don't you go and make some Terraria content? Which I do plan to do. I do plan to do some Terraria content, so don't get me wrong. But the reason why I'm choosing to do this is because, one, it's definitely a lot easier for me to do. I can just put it out at any moment and start streaming, which is a really nice thing to be able to do, especially with somebody who's struggled to get the motivation to actually get doing when they have wanted to. So that's nice. It makes it a lot easier for me. It takes the mental stress, if you ask me, off. And also, it's, you know, it's popular in its own way and it's creating its own community. So yeah, and it's helping my server get out there so people know that we exist, which is awesome. And yeah, I think it's all for the right reasons. It's not just based on making views and getting subscribers, because those things are lovely. They always are. Every one of you matter. But yeah, you can't, like I was saying earlier about Codename Pizza, you know, talking about it being a business decision, you just can't always do that. Sometimes you've got to do the things you enjoy, not just the things that get you a ton of views, because trust me, I may have got a ton of growth and I may have got loads of views, but don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy Terraria. I'm just saying that this is a lot easier for me to just pull out at any moment when I want to do it. So yeah, and I'm not just saying it's easier either. I genuinely enjoy myself when I'm playing this, so it's just the added bonus. It's easy and I enjoy it, and it's getting the server out there. So yeah, what matters most to me is making sure I'm having fun and that comes off in my videos. Otherwise, there's almost no point in me doing it. But anyways, guys, that is it, as I was saying, for today's video. I shall be back again tomorrow. I don't know what I will be doing. Probably will do that Terraria stream, though, because I have been meaning to do it. So what would you like me to do? I'm going to give you guys the choice. If you're watching the stream, put ones in chat. I need to make sure there's enough people to actually decide. But what are we going to be doing tomorrow? I'm going to give you 2 or 3 options potentially, and then you guys can help me choose. So tomorrow we have the option of doing a Terraria live stream. We can do another stream on Prison, which is basically on Tropical or FudgeCraft. So we can either do another Prison, or we can do Terraria. And the third and final option would potentially be... I'm just thinking, what can I do? Oh, actually, there's 2 more. There's 2 more options. So we can either do Terraria, we can do Prison, or we can do Fortnite, or we can do the final one of those, which was play creative on FudgeCraft. So, yeah, what do you guys want to see me do tomorrow? What would you like the stream to be? I will also try and stream at an earlier time tomorrow as well, so that everybody can be here, because I know streaming late probably doesn't suit everybody. I know it definitely suits my American crowd when they are here, so that definitely helps out. But as for the UK crowd, it's a little bit more difficult, especially if they've got commitments like school and stuff. It's not very fair, but I just wanted to get a video out because I felt like it's been a while now. I've been away for a week, you know, doing Emma's birthday, so I just wanted to make sure I didn't just fully kill off my channel. I wanted to do it while I'm feeling really motivated. But anyways, nobody seems to be replying, so what I will do is I'm going to actually make a poll, and I will post it onto my Discord, and I shall let you guys choose using the poll. So yeah, I will do that. But hang on a second, before we do that, there's a campfire. Okay, who placed the campfire? Do they naturally spawn? Do campfires naturally spawn now, or is that probably somebody's house? I actually want to go and find out if this is somebody's house or if this is a naturally spawned thing. But that's cool. I mean, that would actually be a really awesome, like, random generated section of the world if you could find campfires that have chests next to them and stuff like that. Like, you could have logs next to the campfire and it would just tell a bit of lore. But no, it's a village. It's a village. But this is actually really awesome. Hang on a second. This village looks familiar. No, I guess it's not. I was going to say this is Crispy's village, but I don't think it is. This is a really awesome place, though. Wow. Looks very cool. Well, anyways, since nobody's really decided, like I said, I shall put up a poll on the Discord, and you guys can go ahead and join and or check that out and throw a vote there. But anyways, for those of you who are still watching, please make sure you do one thing for me, and that is just have a beautiful night. Have a good night, and I shall see you all in my next stream tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. You've been absolutely awesome. I shall post that poll, as I said. But yeah, overall, this has been a good stream. So thank you to everyone. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. We got the quest item. We are even closer to fighting Poseidon now. So let's do this. Let's absolutely do this. We are going to kick this bot's bum. Yeah, sure, bot. That works. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. You've been absolutely awesome. And I shall see you all in my next video /stream /bitty bobs /weirdness.